Well, hello there, kind YouTuber. I'm glad you stopped in and checked out this video. We're talking about what you missed news, the video game news that affected the video game industry this week that might be important to you and the video game industry at large. Ladies and gentlemen, before I jump into the video, I just want to give big shout outs to Snacky Box, a box service that sends out authentic Japanese and Korean snacks. These are snacks that you, generally speaking, likely can't get in your part of the world, unless you live in those countries, in which case you probably aren't ordering this box. But if you would like to have a box filled with surprise snacks each month, you can take the link in the description below and check into this box. Once again, if you like what you see on the screen, you'll likely like the box. So let's jump right into the news, ladies and gentlemen. We have a man, okay. Oh my god. Of course people are using KFC's new Twitch emote for racist jokes. That's it for the news, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have yourselves a great day. I'll see you guys next time when the day isn't so offended at everything. If you're a big streamer, if you are a big streamer and you get offended at a bucket of chicken in your chat, I feel bad for you. You make money playing video games, but that's not enough. You have to be offended at a racial stereotype that is typically located in America. Wow. You can't just ignore it. You know what I mean? You can't just let it go. Do you know how many times people look at me and think I'm a loser neckbeard who lives in his mother's basement just based upon appearance alone? How many black people out there get assumptions based on your appearance? What do you do about that? Do you go around all day with a chip on your shoulder, hating the world? What a way to live, eh? Life ain't fair. There's no questioning that. And I'll tell you, man, I've been through it all. I've been through the army. Most of the time, everything was equal. But there are times where there was some prejudice here and there. I've been to countries where most of the population was brown and not white like me. And again, there was prejudice. There were racial things. But you get over it. You get through it. You work your way through it. And let me tell you right now, the way you work your way through it is not being offended at a bucket of chicken being typed into your chat. The way you get through it is rising above it. Now, I'm not saying that it's not wrong for people to try and use a KFC bucket of chicken in a Twitch emote sense in the chat of a black streamer. It is, okay? You know exactly what you're doing. You're being a pretty crappy person, okay? You're not funny. Racism isn't funny. It's garbage. It's stupid. And I feel bad for people who feel the need to do that. But at the end of the day, don't let it get to you. Rise above it. Rise above racism. Rise above sexism. And become a better person. That's all I have to say about this story. You can read into it, but really, man, it just makes me cringe, honestly. Square Enix creates a new studio headed up by Final Fantasy XV's director. This is really good. It's called Luminous Productions. There's not much to this other than Tabata will be the studio boss and the chief operating officer, but they did state that members of the core Final Fantasy XV team will be going over to that studio as well, and we will be getting the knowledge of what's going to be happening mid-2018 regarding the studio's new project. So that's cool. I think that's really awesome. Final Fantasy XV turned out really great. Once again, a great game. Some people don't like it. That's fine. That's your prerogative. But I don't think it's a horrible bad game. It didn't turn out awful. Ignore the panic. Video games are not training shooters. Take it from a former Marine. Take it from a former war veteran right here. Take it from me. I promise you that, oh my god, if all you did was play Call of Duty, you would not be ready for war. You would not be ready for war, okay? It doesn't take anything to pick up a gun and defend yourself, but it takes a lot to TI that gun, to know what type of bullets to load in that gun, to fix jams, to fix the problems and issues with the weapon, keep it clean in an environment that is very hostile and dirty and filled with sand. It takes a lot more to be a soldier than you might think from video games. As this person goes into this article, he details and discusses that it takes more to reload a gun than the simple press of a button. Yes, games can give you the edge in terms of dexterity and being fully aware of your cognitive functions, being fast, quick, alert. It can help you train your reflexes, but that's all it can do. It doesn't put the weight of a rifle in your hands. It doesn't put you in experiences to where you might have bullets flying over your head. One of the final tests in basic training is going through the trenches and low crawling while they shoot bullets over your head, real live rounds. You know, these are things that happen, okay? Some people lock up, they freeze up, and they have to be trained through those situations, because when you're at war, you don't want to lock up and you don't want to freeze up. I mean, it's down to the most minute details of how hard you pull the trigger, your trigger squeeze, and your breathing techniques on whether or not you're going to hit your target. So I assure you right now, Call of Duty, Battlefield, none of those games will train you to be an effective soldier or to be able to shoot effectively. Even simulators where you are training and shooting and becoming a marksman, they don't do enough for you. Really, until you get that gun and you get that experience, it's just not going to be there. So you can construct your own coasters on the go with RollerCoaster Tycoon for the Switch. Hey, that's why I got this Atari shirt on. There's not much else to say about this other than this individual had time to go ahead and look at this RollerCoaster Tycoon game. It is going to be coming this fall to the Switch. Again, I'm very perplexed about how the Kickstarter had gone with that when they were asking for such ridiculous amounts of money to pledge into the Kickstarter, and then it must have found a publisher of some way, shape, or form. I don't know. I don't really care. The developer is Invisio Creations, I think. Maybe that's the name. I'm very bad with names, okay? So please pardon me. But if you like more information on this, once again, take the link in the description below. I look forward to seeing RollerCoaster Tycoon on the Switch. The depth is going to make it a great game or a very, very bland and shallow game. That is the key to this game's success. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is finally getting weapon skins. The most important thing that you can take away from this is which crates they drop in and what their drop rate is, which is much higher than some of the items you can get in the game, reaching 10 to 20%. So that's very good. I guess if you want weapon skins for your guns, there's a thing for PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. And Fortnite livestream is going nuts right now. Not only on Twitch, by the way, with Drake, but it's also on YouTube, as a YouTuber orchestrated 100 YouTubers streaming Fortnite Battle Royale, and they reached over 1 million viewers. Fortnite is blowing up, ladies and gentlemen, and I guarantee you eventually the bubble will pop. But when that will happen is a good question. Hey, at one point in time, Halo ruled the world. At another point in time, Call of Duty ruled the world. The bubble will eventually pop. So this is pretty cool. It garners a lot of views and it does very well for the website and for gaming in general. Finally, I want to conclude on this story. Pokemon Go gets storylines, quests, and Mew? Well, no, not really. It does, but it doesn't at the same time. So the big takeaway of this is that Pokemon Go is going to become more like a phone game, where you log in and you have daily quests. For example, at one point in time, you might be asked to catch a Dragon-type Pokemon, and that will give you 2 extra rare candy. Or maybe you need to win 3 gym battles and you'll get potions. Or maybe you need to spend 5 Pokestops that day and you'll get an extra 500 XP. And then there are stamps that you can get for something, I don't know, it's for research, and that will inevitably lead to unlocking a story where it will reveal the backstory of Mew in Pokemon Go. Now, if you're a Pokemon player, you already know the backstory of Mew, so I want you to take note that it's not saying that you'll have a guaranteed encounter with Mew, because you won't. Have a look-see at this article, read through it real close. It's not saying you will be guaranteed an encounter with Mew. It says it will allow trainers to access unique storylines that include discovering the mystery behind the mythical Pokemon Mew. So, yeah, you will likely in the future be able to raid for Mew, but you're not going to be guaranteed given a Mew. So be cautious on assuming that, ladies and gentlemen. That will be that for this episode of What You Missed News. Check into the stories if you're very interested in them. And yeah, I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm going to be signing out. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a big thumbs up and let me know what you thought about some of these stories. If you didn't, leave me a thumbs down and tell me what I can do better in the future. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next episode of What You Missed News. As always, good gaming, God bless, and yeah, I'm well, I guess I'll be streaming tonight, so hopefully no one upsets me with a bucket of chicken in my chat.